Where? Where is? I can go get them.
On the bed.
Okay, start.
Oh, are we live? Yes, we are live. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hello. We are live, coming to you after a very long break. I think it was 2 weeks. Hello everyone. Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 people. Good afternoon again. Good morning. Good evening, wherever you are. It's been a while since we last had a good conversation with everybody. We've been out for the last 2 weeks. Now we are back to Komta, back in Jersey. So, guys, share the video. Today we're going to be talking about setting goals. And one of the goals we want to set is to be on time. So, watu wa kuchelewa, people who are late and end up missing flights, they need to set good goals. There you are. Hi, my dear. Hello.
Okay. So.
Yeah. So. Hello, everybody. Evening to you. Yeah, good evening to you. We'll be reading from my phone. No, ma'am, how do I go to here? You okay?
I'm waiting for you.
Is it this one? Yes, it's right here. Okay. So you can get we'll be reading the comments from my phone. And yeah, somebody said good evening, another one said good morning. I don't know where they are.
By the way, did you see my dress? Say something.
Well, you just showed up, so.
It's a beautiful dress I'm wearing.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, she has on Louis Vuitton.
Hi everyone. How is everybody doing? So today we are going to talk about goals. You have a Nike on.
So yeah, today, so can you just comment real quick about your, because
my outfit, whatever I'm wearing, actually I'm selling it. So if you want this dress, inbox me.
I don't know if I'm gonna be selling my Nike shirt.
No, you know where they are.
If you want the Nike one, I'll hook you up. I know where. So
today we want to talk about goals, and if you have not shared, please share this video. Like our page. If you are not following us, please follow us. We are just a regular couple. We are not counselors. We are raising kids, 4 children, 20 years old, 19, 16.
Oh, 22.
22, 19, 16,
and 9.
And we try to come here once a week on Sundays to talk about our family.
Yes.
And pretty much our family life is on Facebook, which is fine. I just wanted to tell people today that for those ones of you who are worried, you're always worried that we're exposing the family.
Me, teacher me.
So we are not exposing the family. This is what's happening. COVID is here. We are not going to meet at any other places. Yeah. It's going to 2 years. And Facebook is a new way of life. This is how you're going to see my children.
Yeah. What's up?
You want a coffee? Huh? Get a coffee first.
Yeah, so
you're going to see my children, you're going to see where we are going. And yesterday Abu and I were going back and forth about people's opinions, and then we decided we are going to talk about goals, but in the same token as we are talking about goals, people's opinion can cripple you. People's opinions can stop you from achieving your goals.
So I think what we agreed was it's good to listen to people's opinion. You don't brush it aside.
Yeah.
You listen to it, and then you decide either to implement to apply it, or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't apply it, they shouldn't feel bad.
And when we talk about people's opinions, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, your husband, your children. So people's opinion can affect your goals. When you want to do something,
when you're setting your goals, yes.
So and that brings us to our discussion today. I was just talking to Abu just before we came on that you can have negative goals and positive goals, and we were going back and forth. So I used an example of if you're in a bad marriage and you're being abused, you plan to leave.
Yeah.
It is a negative thing, but it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
Eventually, you want to come out of the abuse.
Yeah. So I think the way we said it was, it looks bad because marriage is supposed to be
a beautiful
thing, and it's supposed to be there forever.
Yeah.
So when people are separating or when people are parting ways,
yeah,
it looks bad.
It's a negative thing,
and it's a bad thing.
But it's a good goal
but
to set.
It might be a goal where, if you're in a relationship where, of course, you're being abused, if you set the goal to leave the person, that's a good goal. But although it's coming out of a bad situation.
Yes.
Yes. So
if you're in a place of work that you don't like, you're going to plan to leave that job. That's something bad, but it's something that you need to do.
Yeah.
If it's friendship, you hang out with friends that mislead you.
Yeah.
That's something negative, but it's a good goal to set to cut some of your friends off.
And people shouldn't be afraid to, I guess what you're talking about, even cutting your friends. You may have friends that you've had them for so long, but if they keep misleading you and they're not adding any value to your life, it's time to cut them off. Okay. It may look tragic, maybe like a tragedy, but
you can see them once in a while, but you need to cut them off to achieve your goals. And that's part of what fails most of us.
If they're hindering your goals.
Your goals.
Yeah.
And another thing we talked about a couple of days ago is for us who choose marriage, and you're married to someone who doesn't see your vision. You have a vision, but your spouse doesn't see the vision. So every time I try to float to you, I'm about to start this business, you kill it.
Yes.
So I set goals, you kill them. When you set goals, I kill them.
And for that, I think what he said was, you should do your best to show me that vision. So, because sometimes you're the only one who can see the vision.
Yeah.
And it will take a lot of explaining and dicing it up to let the other person know this is exactly what needs to be done. And you'll be surprised that sometimes your explanation will actually open their eyes,
and then
they'll see. Yeah.
So couples, when your spouse is floating something, don't shut it right away. Try to take time to understand your spouse's vision. That's if you're married. So that way, at least you give them a chance. Don't shut it down as soon as it arrives. Mudiani, I see you. How are you? Esther, I see you. Casey, I see you. Christiana, Oira.
Yeah, even my Auntie Virginia. Auntie Virginia, how are you? Good to see you.
And then the other thing is we want to talk about is comparing yourself with other couples, or comparing yourself with your sister, comparing yourself with a friend.
Yes.
And that can hinder you from achieving your goals, because you can't be the other person.
And the comparison is bad because we'll sit down, we'll draft our goals. So we already set our goals, but our goal might be a 2-year goal or something. And then we look at another couple, and the same thing they have achieved in 6 months.
Yes.
So we start comparing ourselves to that particular couple.
Yeah.
And you never know their situation.
And when they started.
And when did they actually start?
Yeah, when did they start? So comparing yourself can hinder you from achieving your goals.
Or even comparing yourself and comparing your spouse
with another person. Yeah. And then the other thing is, when I come to tell you something I want to do, sometimes I have seen it somewhere.
And that's a goal for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I set it. I come and tell you that, you know what, I need to do A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
What do you think? And then you tell me that, you know what. Sometimes I can come and tell you I saw Christian doing A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
But because I quoted Christian's name, you are completely turned off. So you don't get a chance to even to listen to my goal.
You know. Let me tell you what the problem is with that. Is because some people will set goals without informing. Now we're talking about couples, spouses. Yeah. So I'm setting goals and I'm not informing her. I'm going to come to inform you the goals when I'm already started. I'm trying to implement the goal.
Yeah.
And that's when you know about it. So I think the earlier, when I'm thinking of a goal, I should let you know at that time.
Yes.
So even if it's a bad idea, you might even tell me at that time, don't even attempt it.
Yes.
And give me the reasons.
Yes.
If it's a good idea, yes, encourage me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we wanted to use our example of our son, the goal we set for our
Master Brandon.
Yeah, our son graduated with his associate degree, and that's a goal that we set for him. For other families, they want their children to get bachelors. For the other families, they want their children to get masters and PhD. However goal you set for your children, however small it is your goal.
Yes.
You set it
important.
and you are clear about it. So this is the goal we set for our children. We told them that once you finish high school, we are going to take you to college for 2 years, and we are going to pay for you to get your associate degree. When you get your associate degree, you can choose to continue to get your your bachelor's, which you're paying for, or B, you can still stay here. You can move and start your life with your associates. So for the Mbanes, we set the standard like down there. Do you understand?
Well, it's not that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That is the basic.
Yes, that's the basic.
But for another family who are doctors and PhDs and everyone, if you have a master's and a PhD, you probably set PhD for your kids.
Yes.
But for the Mbanes, we set that goal for the children.
You know what I'm laughing is there's some families that actually, by the time you come up and say, I have my master's, everybody else has PhDs.
Everybody.
So you're down there.
Like the family I come from, in fact, I come from a very educated
you're
family.
below completely.
My family has doctors, my family has professors. I come from a family that is highly educated. But regardless, my goal with our children, or our goal with our children, was an associate. Because there are children whose parents have a bachelor's, a PhD, and their children don't even finish high school.
Yes.
So we chose to go that way because with time, an associate was just going to get them by. And we were paying for it.
Yeah. So I think the best way to describe this is
however small.
Yes. So however small the goal is, it's important.
It's important.
In terms of duration, it might be a 3-year goal, it may be a 10-year goal, whatever it is, it's important.
Yeah.
Let me go back to Brandon's situation. So what the way we had it was because we'll be paying for their school.
It was coming out.
It was coming out of our pocket. We told them we'll pay for an associate degree.
Yeah.
He even took more than 2 years to get the degree.
Yeah.
So it took at least 2.5 years or close to 3 years. That was the goal. And the funny thing is, when he came yesterday with that particular thing,
the paper,
to him it was. We were even surprised that it came in the mail. He said, "Oh, by the way,
I'm done.
And
I'm not working, and this is it."
And because of COVID, there's no walking around. There's no. Us we're excited, like,
great.
You did it. He was like, "Oh, I'm done, guys. I'm going out for with my friends." Today in the morning, he woke up. They were going to play golf. So we are still waiting to come back and give him the congratulations.
No, we were excited right away.
Yes, but for him, that was our goal.
Yeah.
That was not his goal.
No.
Because he's going to go and get his bachelor's and he's thinking about going up to masters.
Yeah.
But that was our goal, and that's why we were excited about it.
The point we want to make here, however small the goal is, if you have a PhD, you've set your child's goal for a PhD.
Yeah.
However small your goal is, it is okay.
It is okay, and it's once it's attained, you should celebrate it.
Yes.
Yes.
So the other thing is the focus. Once you've decided that this is the goal that I'm going to set. Now, some of the goals that people set, I would like to buy a house.
Yes.
I'd like to get married. I'd like to travel. I'd like to move back to Kenya. I'd like to have a good, healthy relationship. I'd like to have a date night with my spouse. All those goals that you set, you need to write them and focus on them.
Yes, I'm a strong believer of writing things down.
Yeah.
Because sometimes just jot it somewhere.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's good to say it, but if you're not seeing it somewhere, and it's going to be a reminder.
Yeah, like I have these notes to remind myself.
So there are some people who are very good in writing notes.
Me, I write everything. Even my shopping list, I write everything.
Put it down somewhere. You can put it on a wall in your bedroom, or just somewhere where every day it will remind you.
Yeah.
Okay, and if it's a short-term goal, you'll probably achieve it in a week or two. You may have a long-term goal. You keep looking at it. It's going to keep pushing you.
Okay. The other thing is ideas. Some people don't have ideas on what they want to do. For
on their
instance,
goals.
on their goals. They don't have goals. So they're just living every day like that. Sometimes you have to sit down. That's if you're married. To set goals as a couple.
Yes.
If you're not married, you need to set goals as a person. If you're a child, a teenager, you need to set goals as a teenager. The ideas can be found in books. The ideas can be learned from us. For instance, if you've set your goals that you're going to be going on vacation. For us, the Mbane family, we've been going on vacation for the longest. That is just not even a goal. It is a standard order, standing order.
But,
we know.
But beginning, we set it as a goal. We said
From
every year we'll try to go on vacation.
Yes.
So although now it looks normal,
Yes.
It was a goal for us.
It was a goal.
And we've been achieving it.
So those ideas have to come from seeing other people. Those ideas have to come from reading books.
Yeah.
Those ideas have to come from listening to podcasts. So sometimes people don't have goals because they don't even know what they want to do.
Yeah.
So look for the ideas so that way you can also set those goals.
In other words, educate yourself.
Yes.
So information is power. So if you keep reading books, as you said, listening to a podcast, you will find a goal that maybe you are not even thinking about it. But since you've heard about it or you've seen it on TV or you read about it, it's going to be part of your goals.
The other thing is learning from others. For instance, we are trying to build a house in the village. At our age, in fact, I tell you, I didn't know that I'll be in my late 40s, early 50s, and you don't have a house in the village.
We have a little place.
A little shack.
Where
so now
you can just show up and you wouldn't be safe.
So now I did. We have friends and family that have already done this. So we are calling these people and we are asking them, we want to put up a house in Shags. Can you help us? That's an example. But we are late on the goal. But we still want to achieve that.
Well, I don't want to say we are late. Because maybe at that age you're supposed to. But again, as we said, that may not have been a goal at that time. So now we're going to
when I say that you're late, where I come from, a man who's
that's what I'm saying.
50, meaning that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's never too late to set a goal, even if you're late.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to
But
make.
also, we talked about comparing. Yeah. So you set your goal. So I think as of this year, we're saying, let's do it. Because I don't think we ever did, we ever said we want to do it before.
Yeah.
I think it may have come in our mind, but we never said, you know what, let's do it. So now,
we never penned it down.
Yes, so now we have penned it down.
Yeah.
And we are going to achieve it very soon.
Yeah. So let me read, Elijah said something. Elijah said, as you set goals as a family, remember to maintain the standards of the family without compromising yourself. Exactly. Yes. That's true. You can't just start now building this house in Shags and now you deny your children the basic things that they need in the home. So I was saying that for us, that project of building a house in Shags, we are going to learn from another person who has already done it. And we will do better because we will be learning from another person who has already done it.
So inbox me if you have done it.
If you've built a house in Shags,
so
how did you deal with the witches? Those are
you have to build one that we don't come from Mbarambara where they're running all around. We are going to Kibwezi where it's calm.
Yeah.
There's nobody running around the house at night.
Yeah. Ella is saying you're inspiring. Great couple. Thank you. And then the other thing is you have to decide your destination. You cannot go to Florida if you don't know you're going to Florida. You can't go to Kisumu if you don't know you're going to Kisumu.
Yes.
So as a couple or as a person, you have to take your GPS and find your destination. Decide where do you want to go. Then you can set your goals.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is set those goals, however small they are, however big they are. Set small goals that you can achieve in a shorter time, so that way you don't feel discouraged. Don't start setting huge goals.
So we're going to talk about the small steps, or the baby steps.
Yeah.
When you do the short-term goals, guys, if you do the short-term goals, once because maybe it's you have a goal for a week or a month. Once you achieve it, you feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And it will inspire you to go to the next goal.
Yeah.
and it will inspire you to go now to the long-term goal.
But
So,
you know, as married couples, there's one goal for us women that is very difficult for us.
which one is
It's
that?
for intimacy.
Yes.
So for men, they want to be intimate almost all the time.
Yeah.
For us women, it's like, my God, we have to plan it
That's the problem now.
psychologically.
So-
it's a goal.
Yes.
You're like, hey, this week I'm going to deliver.
Yes. And,
Then-
you know, as men, it's ever ready.
Is ever ready.
Yeah.
So now that's
Ever
another,
ready.
another goal. Like it's a small goal. People might not think as a married person that planning intimacy is a small goal.
So maybe somebody is writing it down somewhere.
Yeah.
Wiki.
I will be cooperating
I have to be.
3 times at least. You write it down.
I have to
And
be
then-
not even cooperative
Uh,
and submissive.
where I'm going to serve my husband. I'm planning that, you know what, I'm just going to serve him breakfast. I'm even planning, you know what, I'm not going to argue with him. I'm just going to be compliant.
And make sure, so those, if you're writing those goals, because if I see them, you know, now I'll be trying to, I might even mess up your goals.
Yeah, no, but you need to know, I can confess to you that I'm really trying. Because you know what, you might not know. Remember we said it's good to share your goals.
I think that department is a little bit tricky.
No, it is, but it's good to share. So that way they know at least you're trying.
All right, guys.
Okay, the other thing is take action. Don't just say you have goals and you're not doing anything about them. You can say you want to start farming, you're not buying the seeds. You can say you want to buy a house, you're not saving any money.
Yes.
You can say that you want to travel, you're not even booking a ticket. So set those goals. And the other thing is, don't set goals that are unrealistic, or
Yes.
don't set goals because you see everybody is online traveling.
Yeah.
Then you start traveling when you can't.
So those are the
really travel.
goals that you're trying to get them because you're comparing.
Trend, whatever
The
is trending.
trend, yeah. So the trend is
Yeah.
everybody is heading west.
Yeah.
Even me, let me go west.
Yeah.
And actually, west is not the best. for
Tailor
me.
your goals
Yes.
to
your
yourself.
needs, to your
Yeah,
needs.
Not what is trending.
Yeah.
Because what is trending sometimes can even put you in a worse situation.
Okay. I see Maina Wanjoki. Maina, how are you?
Mm.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Yep. Go
Set
ahead.
small goals, love the seriousness of the topics and the sense of humor. Yes.
Yes.
The other thing is know your next move. Abu, after we build our house in Shags, what is the next move?
So, So definitely we have to put that down in writing.
Yeah.
So that
What
you
is
know.
going to be our
So
next
that
move?
and actually, the good thing with knowing your next move after your goal will help you actually achieve the goal correctly.
Yes.
Because if our next move is we'll be going to Shads every 2-3 years, that will make you maybe not even make the big house. Yeah, it will actually
make it smaller.
make it smaller.
So you need to
because,
know
yes,
your
your
goal,
next move
Your next move
after the goal.
After the goal.
Yes.
What do you want to do? Okay. And then the other thing is you have to always know what you want. You cannot set goals
If you
when
don't
you
know.
don't know what you want.
Yes.
Some of us, we've been lucky, or rather I went to a primary boarding school that was a 7-day Adventist primary, Eronge Primary School. At a very early age, we were told to learn yourself, to know who you are.
Jijue.
Jijue.
Yes.
Know yourself. So if you know yourself, you're going to set goals that are going to tailor to you, not to the other person.
Yeah.
You cannot set goals that are you don't know yourself. So I can't set goals knowing that I know I don't have the ability to be a surgeon. Now all of a sudden I want to sit there and start being a surgeon. Yes, you can set unrealistic goals and achieve them.
Yeah.
But at least it's good to know yourself. You know?
I agree.
Before you set your goals. Okay? The other thing is stop making excuses. We all make excuses.
That's the number one thing. Yeah, I mean, if you some of the most common excuses is, hey, I'm saving enough. I'm waiting to have enough. Let's say it's about relationship. You want to get married. Yeah, I'm waiting for the Mr. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Right and Mrs. Right or Mr. Perfect are not there. So you need to get one and mold them to be that perfect person. Yeah. And I think today in the morning we were listening to Maina, and they were talking again about comparing spouses, and they said try to make your husband or your wife to be the best of that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't try to, as soon as I see you or you see me, you're comparing me with with Michael Jordan or anybody else. You
Or
need
one
to-
of your
yes,
friends who
yes,
looks like
yes.
they are doing good.
You need to make me the best of me,
Yeah.
and I need to make you the best of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Accepting your
Yes.
spouse. And the other thing is, for you to achieve your goals, you need to change. And that means changing friends, changing your ways, changing everything, almost everything.
Yeah. So
for you
there's
to achieve
yes.
your
So
goals.
there are some goals that you will need to sideline other people. Okay.
Or there are some goals
Yes.
you might have to cut some things off, like losing weight.
Like I was gonna go to losing weight.
Yeah.
So losing weight, it might involve me not hanging around where the meat is all the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lose weight.
When they call you, tell them I'm not.
When
I'm
they
not
call me,
available.
I'm like, okay, today I'm trying to lose weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even relationship, yeah, you'll end up either trying to avoid some people because they're misleading you.
Yeah.
So some of the goals will end up you have to make some changes in your life.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, after you are, like, now we are going to garden. In fact, after we leave here, we're going to the garden. After you've planted your seeds, you've cultivated, you put your seeds in the ground, you have to check on your garden to make sure that the rabbits are not eating, the squirrels are not eating your crop. So once you've set your goals, go back and check your goals every now and then. How are you doing?
Revisit the goals.
Revisit the goals.
Yes.
And see if you need to modify,
Make adjustments.
if you need to add anything, if you need to remove anything. Every now and then, be intentional by checking those goals.
Yeah. And I think people need to understand that sometimes it's okay to go back and adjust the goals.
Yeah.
Because you've been trying to achieve the goal and you've actually seen, hey, if I make these changes, either the goal will be attained faster or it will be better.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to go back and adjust,
Modify,
your goals that you set.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the big question is, you always have to ask yourself, why are you afraid to change your life and set those goals to get to where you want to go? Most of the time, it's because we live in fear. We are afraid of everyone's opinion. And again, yesterday we were talking about people's opinions, and we just talked about it now. If we all listened to people's opinion, we are going to be
In a
put down
cocoon.
with fear.
You'll be in a cocoon.
You will be afraid to start
Yeah.
things. And I can tell you, I remember, there's a few things I remember going back when we met. One lady asked me why I'm calling you Sweetie. And she asked me, you keep calling Abu Sweetie in front of people. What if he leaves you? What are you going to do? So I told her, if he leaves, then I'll find another Sweetie. Because now,
And you'll call him Sweetie.
of course,
With the same passion.
that same passion.
And
Because I entered the marriage.
I'll be outside waiting. I'll be listening.
No, but I came into the relationship wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And remember, she said, what if you
Yes,
leave me?
yes.
You are the one who was going to leave. Now you have left, right?
Yes.
Why would I be worried that you left and you have gone?
So
now-
the question from her was, you shouldn't be calling me Sweetie because
Out of fear, anything can happen because
And
of fear.
How long ago was that?
20-something, maybe
Can you imagine
26 years
if you would
ago.
have listened to her?
No, I
Was it
couldn't
a he or a
listen.
she?
It was a she.
Yeah.
I couldn't listen because from a long time ago, I am one person that your opinion doesn't matter until I convince myself that your opinion matters.
Yes.
So your opinion does matter when you are talking to me, when I've set my goals.
Yeah.
Your opinion is important, but it's up to you to decide when a friend of yours calls you, when your mother calls you, when your friend calls you. It is up to you because they call you like they are genuine.
No, but most of the time they're genuine.
Yeah.
It's only that they're not seeing
Yeah.
what you're seeing.
Yeah.
So from their perspective, they're genuine.
Yeah.
Especially if it's your mother,
Yeah.
they want the best of you.
Yes.
For you. But
Like my mom is telling me I'm in an abusive relationship, and my mom is telling me, what are people going to say if you leave Abu?
yes, yeah,
So now my mom, she's in order
Yeah.
to worry about that.
yes.
So sometimes, or most of the time, we fail to achieve our goals because of other people.
Yes, because of others' opinions from other
We are
people.
so afraid of what are they going to say. And then the other thing is, I have 2 more points. It is not what your vision is. It is not what your goals are. If you're married, I'm speaking to people who are married. It is how you're presenting it to your spouse. when you come to your spouse and you've decided that you have a few goals, or maybe you're joining a chama, or you want to start an investment, anything that you're coming up with to your spouse to tell them, the way you present it to them is going to determine if they're going to support you or if they're not going to support you.
Yes.
So how you approach your spouse always determines a lot of things.
It's very important.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the other thing that I really think it's important that we talk about as couples is praise. Positive feedback.
You need to keep praising your spouse. Okay, that's the same way we do with the kids. Okay?
When the baby walks,
you go like this.
When
Good
the
job.
baby gets good grades,
Yes,
we
good
praise
job.
them. When the babies achieve things, we are
Yes.
happy. Like now, Brandon, we were so happy with him.
Yes.
I have seen.
So once, if it's my goal,
Yes.
and I've achieved it,
Yes.
you need to clap very hard, very hard.
Yeah, not even that. I think positive reinforcement
Yeah.
in any relationship, whether it is a girlfriend to girlfriend, whether it's your co-worker, we set goals, but we are not able to achieve the goals because we don't give each other positive feedbacks after somebody has achieved whatever goal.
Yes.
To say something. For instance, I need to sit and tell you that, you know what, as a father to my children, you've really worked hard for us to be where we are today.
Yes.
And for you, although men is like they struggle to say that, it's impossible for most men to praise their women.
We just bring the flowers.
Yeah, but I think we need to move beyond, because this is something that will come to me.
They need to hear.
You need to move beyond
the verbally.
assuming that your spouse is grateful to actually verbalizing it. Because why do you want to wait when the marriage is over? Is when you're telling someone that, you know what, my wife was actually nice.
Yes.
My husband was actually a nice guy.
And for us, it's more cultural. It's a Kenyan thing. It's an African thing where our parents, they provided.
It's automatic.
Once they paid the school fees, and you had a roof over your head,
you're good to go.
They really need to tell you, or they don't need to be told anything else. That's it. Yeah. So verbalizing and saying
something positive
to your spouse very
means
important.
a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna read something from El Final.
Approach. Yeah.
I think they asked, how did you deal with the witches?
Oh no, it's me who asked the people who are built in shacks how they dealing with the witches. I need someone to tell me how they are dealing with the witches.
That is from Mbarambamba side.
Even in Ukambani, you never know.
No, in Ukambani, we didn't have. What we had was you couldn't walk around without your shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there was some witchcraft.
Of course, witchcraft is there. We have Ukambani. We have it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. So now, I think that is one thing that I think if we change, we praise our kids when they finish school. We are so quick to praise our children, but we forget the people that helped you to have those children. That is your husband, that is your wife. You could not be a father if you did not have that man. You could not be a mother if you do not have that, vice versa.
Yeah.
So now we are so busy doing everything else, and we don't have time to say something positive to your spouse.
Yeah. And at work, remember at work, you are given a positive feedback
and negative.
And actually, if it's positive, you might end up getting a promotion.
Yeah.
But at work, they tell you good job.
Yeah.
You'll get an email from your boss saying
yes.
you
thanks for that project.
Yes. Yeah. So we need to translate the same thing into our daily life.
Because why would you make so much money? Then you come home, you don't appreciate your spouse.
Yeah.
Why would you make so much money at your place of work? Your employee of the year in your house, you've never said one positive word about anything that your spouse has been doing. Yeah. So when you're setting your goals, once those goals are achieved, it's
good to celebrate.
It's good to highlight them and let your spouse know. Then the other thing is, at your place of work, you don't use curse words. That's another thing that I really find that is so strange. At your place of work, you're very disciplined.
Yeah.
Not to use bad words, to talk professionally. Yeah. When you come to your house, you talk to your spouse anyhow.
Yeah, and the big reason is, remember, that's where you're earning your daily bread.
Yeah, yes. But when you're earning your daily bread, who are you feeding the bread?
to your family.
Who is important,
now,
your job
yes,
or your family?
At that point, from a man's perspective, this is where I'm earning my bread.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't. How do they say? You don't.
You know not to mess up because
Yeah.
you eat. Don't bite the hand
that feeds you. Exactly.
So what about your wife in the house?
So that's what I'm saying now. We need to translate that. So
Yeah.
once you're done there, bring it back to sorry. Bring it back to your what happened? Guys, sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
So you need to translate the same thing from your work. If you know that's integrity, that's a respect that you give at your work, you need to bring it back home.
Respect your spouse.
Yes, so respect your spouse the same way you respect your boss.
Yeah.
Because your spouse is also giving you something in return.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't come and abuse me. You can't come and abuse your spouse and expect your spouse to help you to achieve your goals. That's not possible.
Yeah.
So good people, thanks for tuning in. I think that's all we have today. And if there's any topic that you want us to discuss, please
Can we before we
write
go
it down.
Yes, before we go to that point, can we briefly talk, which is going to be very, very quick, about what happened last week, where there was a bad situation where we ended up missing a flight, but I ended up seeing it was a negative thing, but out of the negative thing, something positive came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was just quickly, guys. We were in Florida. We missed our flight. The next flight that was available was for them the next day. For me, I was pushed until Thursday. But from that pushing, I was able to see one of my friends who had actually helped us out in Orlando, and another friend that I'd not seen for 25 years.
Okay, so I'll give them a summary.
Yeah, give them a summary.
We left here to go to Florida for 8 days, Sunday to Sunday.
Sunday to Monday.
Yes. So now we were planning to go shopping the day before because I like shopping. The day before,
it rained.
It rained. So we decided, you know what, since we have an 8 o'clock flight, we are going to go shop. So we went shopping on Monday morning. Not morning, around noon. Me and my kids.
Yeah, please.
You were there. You were
please,
the
we.
Anyway, we went shopping. And then when we went shopping, I lost time. I was just there shopping, doing my own things. I didn't look at the time. Roaming around, I even came live.
Yeah, the time was there.
Yeah.
I had the time because I kept reminding.
Actually, I'm telling you guys this story to just tell you how marriage can go south.
But I kept reminding.
Yeah.
I was there. I was like, okay, guys, we're down to 1 hour.
Yes.
We're down to.
Okay. So anyway, I did not really pay attention to the time. Me and the kids. Eventually, by the time we got to the house and tried to get to the airport, we missed the flight. We were lucky to get someone to help us reschedule the flight for the next day. And because Abu works from home, he was able to get a flight for Thursday, meaning a few days later. Yeah. That was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it was delayed.
Because the flight that you guys got only had 5 seats.
Yeah, so the only
I sacrificed.
Yeah.
I sacrificed myself.
Yeah. So while we are there, I was telling my children, this is the first time the family has missed a flight. We do travel, but we've never missed a flight. But the kids were feeling like I didn't care. But it's not because I didn't care. I understand as part of a family, and even what I do for work, where you're dealing with people with special needs or people who are not mentally stable sometimes, that in the midst of all that chaos, you need to minimize the incidents. Because you know what? There is a crisis. Yeah. When there is a crisis, that's not when you escalate. So anyway, we were in crisis. So now everybody's so mad. When we went back to the house, we started deciding who's to blame. Yeah. We went a couple hours. And again, I told the kids that in life, don't always look for someone to blame. You understand? Yes, let the person take responsibility the way I did. But you cannot always blame other people for not achieving your goals. Because our goal was to get back home on Monday. So we went back and forth, and it was a good discussion for our children to witness the crisis. And then my one son, Dylan, asked the dad how he could stay calm in the midst of all these things. Yeah. And he actually used, the word like...
Yeah, but you know what? Anything that you cannot control, okay?
You stay calm.
It was not my aeroplane.
You're not going to fly the plane.
It's not, I'm not a pilot.
You're not.
I can't control.
The flight is
The
gone.
flight is gone.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Anything that you
So
cannot
now,
control, you
out
leave it.
of that bad situation, it gave our family a chance to deal with a crisis. Missing a flight was a crisis for
Yes,
us.
for them.
So we talked about that. Again, the next day when we went back, we thought we had the time because we had the boarding passes and everything. We missed the flight again the next day.
No, we didn't miss the flight.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
When we arrived,
Yes,
we
they were
missed
late.
the flight.
They
We
were
were late.
late.
We thought we had enough time, but we probably needed 2 hours. Again, the kids went crazy. They were so upset. And I kept telling them, when you're in crisis, when things are not going the way they're supposed to go,
Yeah.
you have to find solutions.
Yeah.
It's
So-
not the time to explode.
Yeah.
So eventually, something bad happened. They delayed the flight. Something bad happened to somebody, but it was a good thing for us. When the flight was delayed, we were able to get in that flight. We went and
Yes.
checked the luggage. And when we met the people upstairs whose flight was delayed, they were very upset.
Yes.
And us here, we are like,
You're happy.
we made it.
So somebody's
misery is somebody's happiness.
Yes, it's your happiness.
So we explained to the kids that I was telling the kids that in that time I was with
Yes.
them. I say, when things are going bad for you, things are going
good for somebody
another
else.
person.
Yes, yes. So your misery might be somebody else's happiness.
Your parent dies, and the people who sell the coffins are happy that they have a
They have a
customer.
customer, yeah. So
You get sick.
that's the worst one, but
That's the worst. You're sick.
Yeah.
The doctor is happy that they have patients.
Yes.
So in every bad situation you're in, somebody else is happy
Yeah.
about it. And then our destination changed. Our
Yes.
destination was supposed to be in Philly.
We
We
went to
ended up
Atlantic City.
in Atlantic City. And then we had to find someone.
But it's
to
also a
take us.
good thing that you guys now, it was the first time for you to fly to Atlantic City. Now
Yeah.
you know the airport.
We know the airport is
and,
better.
and it's even less chaos. It might be a little bit farther
Yeah,
than
but
Philly,
it's
but
easier.
it's less chaos.
So now, out of that situation, Abu, as you had, was
I
able to stay and
sacrificed.
spend time.
Can you tell them I sacrificed myself?
No, you did not, because you knew you were actually. You looked like you looked forward to stay.
I sacrificed myself
Because of that missed flight,
for 3 more days
you had
in
to
Orlando.
tell them that you had the best time of your life.
And
Out of a bad
those
situation,
3 days,
were the best.
I saw my friend Charlo, I saw Alphonse, and the sisters, and everybody
And you had a good time.
from school back in
Mboni.
Boni. And the last time that I saw these guys was like, one of them was 25 years ago. So,
So anyway, out of every bad situation, when you've set goals and you've not achieved those goals, don't panic and slap somebody.
yes.
Don't panic and abuse somebody. And that's what I was telling Dylan, because Dylan was most upset. I said, don't stay calm.
Yeah.
Because
so,
if you don't stay
yeah.
calm, you're going to lose a beautiful
bit,
thing that
yeah.
you already
So
have.
you're set your goals, and then the goal seems like nothing is happening.
The destination
Destination
changed.
changed everything, but sometimes stay calm, and those goals are still going to be achieved, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
So
that's what I
when
wanted
you're
to talk
arguing
about.
your goals, let me tell you, me and Abu argue, but we keep it professional.
Round 1, bring your points.
We do argue, and we should tell people that every couple should be able to argue, but keep it clean. Argue with your spouse like you're arguing with your coworker, because you don't want the consequences that come after you've cast them out.
Yes.
Because when you want to achieve goals and your spouse interferes with your goals, you're going to be upset.
Yeah.
But when you're upset at work on a project that you had, you don't curse your coworker.
You know better than that.
you
You
argue-
don't curse your coworker, you don't curse your boss.
Yes.
You just
Stay calm.
stay calm and talk things through.
So if you have those goals set and you're married, please stay calm. Because eventually, in every storm, the storm passes and you'll continue with your goals.
Purity Kwamboka said, inspiring message. Thank you very much. Thomas Mocha is watching. Thomas, I used.
Muches is home.
Yeah, I think he's in Kenya, yeah? Yeah, Mr. Mocha.
Then you know, Lisa, are you asking me?
No, I'm just saying, I think he's in Kenya.
Can you ask
Yeah.
me if he's in Kenya?
Thomas, give us a highlight. Are you in Kenya or you're back in our PA?
Please, if you're in Kenya,
Salimia
at the
Art.
risk of $300, bring sausages. That's the fine you're going to risk.
Yeah.
Guys,
All right,
thanks for
we're
tuning in.
done.
We are going to go to the garden And you know, it's the planting season. If you want a garden, go rent a garden. If you don't have a garden, you can use the pots. Plant something, because there's a lot of lessons that you can learn from
for planting.
Yeah. And it was nice. Please share our page. Please like our page. And if you like this dress that I'm wearing, inbox me.
I don't know about the Nike.
Tell me you bought that there.
Oh, you know what? Now this, I wasn't shopping, but somebody shopped for me. So I got this from Orlando.
Alice, hello, how are you? Alice said inspiring message. Thank you, Alice. We are regular people. In fact,
we are not professionals. We are not marriage counselors. That's a disclaimer.
We've been struggling,
regular,
just like all of you. It's not easy, but we try the best we can. And you know, when you go into a relationship, whether it's a male or female, your friends, go in the relationship with a positive outlook. People have shortcomings. Accept the people the way they are. I know there's so many people who are wondering how Abu puts up with me. It's not Abu who's putting up with me.
Maybe
I'm the one who's putting up with Abu. So let's get that straight. That's how people see it. They think it's you because I talk.
Because you're Mbarambamba.
So not everything that glitters is gold, but I'm telling you, you can achieve those goals. Don't be judgmental. Don't have fear. Just live the life. And if there's something that you want us to talk about, please come up here and tell us. We'll do that. And it is so nice that you guys took your time. We try to keep this discussion for like 30 minutes, but it's impossible.
We did 45, 50 minutes. So that's good. That's good enough, guys. So thank you, guys. So next week, please come up with a topic. Or can they please come up with a topic? Where's Mudiani? Mudiani, if you're still there, come up.
Tell the viewers that you're not as nice as they think. You know, they really think.
No, me, I'm nice.
Oh.
Me, I'm nice. The viewers know I'm nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sweetie.
You see me once a week.
Tell the truth.
And you're still calling me sweetie.
Tell people that I'm also struggling. Because people think I'm the challenge.
How are you struggling?
Because you're the one who's... Mudiani is there.
Yeah.
You're the one who looks like...
Mudiani, can you comment? Please comment.
Mudiani knows you're not good.
Mudiani,
so
Nani Misuria. Mudiani is my boy. I know that. Maybe I'm the Holy Joe here. I'm the Holy Joe.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to tell people that I'm
not to tell? Couples always think that there's one person who's bad. Yeah. There's no bad person.
No. Yeah. There's no. You know what? You are you, and I'm me.
Yeah.
And you took me the way I am, and I took you the way you are.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
There's I think you can say somebody is bad if they start
based on what they are doing.
Yes. Now, if I start being abusive, then that's different. Yeah. But there's my characteristics that you found me with that cannot be changed. They're the ones for you that you cannot change.
Abu, do you know there's somebody from France watching us? This is nice.
Oh, from Paris.
France.
Paris.
It looks like we are really doing good around the world for our travel.
Yeah.
Rachel, you need to inbox me so when I come to France, I don't stay in a hotel because I'm trying to build a house. I'm not going to go to the hotel now.
We are trying to save for that.
For the house. So when you go to France, we'll stay in your house because you're trying to save. Always, when you come to watch this video, tell us where you're watching from because now we are going to go cheap. We are not going to rent a hotel. We want to save for the next 2 years.
Mudiani Meskia. Sasa Mudiani, when you come to my house, whiskey nile cheap. Because now we are saving for this house.
In 2 years?
Yeah. So now I think we'll be drinking 10 years, 14, 15.
We are going cheap, by the way. If we've been doing anything, just know we are going cheap. And what you can do for us, also please give us stars. Facebook has given us the opportunity for you guys to give us stars.
Yeah.
And these stars are like 200 stars are like $2. Just give us, because we take our time to come and talk to you guys. Please give us something small.
And the stars normally use it for your...
stars, when you give me stars, I use them for the orphan children in Kenya. And they help at least 1 or 2 children to buy sanitary towels for the girls in Kenya. Yeah. Rose, you came late. Rose, your child passed. Congratulations. She said she came late. Yeah, Rose is always watching.
Oh, Rose Omango, yeah.
Rose, you know, when we come to Kenya, we are going to, whatever town you're in, we are not paying for a hotel. Here. Rose is here? Rose is in Kenya.
Baringo County.
Yeah, we are not paying the
Oh,
hotel.
yes. Thank you very much.
Rose, today
Because now,
we are going to build a house in Sharks.
because now we've been told everything you think about is bricks. Okay? So when I'm going to buy coffee at Wawa,
Starbucks.
I don't even go Starbucks.
Remember that guy told us not to drink Starbucks?
So listen, guys, if I'm going to buy coffee at Wawa, I'll say, okay, how much is this coffee?
How many bricks?
Everything has to be converted to bricks za nyumbani. Oh,
Na simiti.
ati hii ni simiti mbili. Hey, you leave it.
Nakwambia, hapo cheapness is coming. Hata my mom used to tell me that, and now I understand. She used to tell me, if you use 2 onions, you have to go to 1.
Yes, use 1.
She think really when the food is gonna taste different.
Even now,
For 2
the
years.
food will be.
Okay,
It's going to be tough.
Still, we put up this house in Sharks because we can't be at our age and we don't have the house in Sharks. And you know the villagers are wondering what we are doing in America.
All they're seeing is just a plot, an empty plot.
That's another thing. Oversetting goals is another thing. Plots. Some of you have plots. Every time you turn around.
Some of you or some of us.
Every time we turn,
hold on.
You shida,
Yes.
it's with a lot of people. Oversetting like too many plots.
No, because most men, it's an ego thing. Okay.
The more plots you have, the more
Nikisikia kuna
power.
plot, I'm running.
Yeah.
So now we're going to set a goal that if I see a plot, no buying.
Imagine, Abu, you have to write that. You can't buy plots.
You go to a
anymore.
therapy for no buying, no more plots.
And now,
how many plots can you have?
Now, every plot you buy, think of the Smith in Sharks. And think of your uncle who you went to America how many years ago and you don't have a house in Sharks. And now they hear you on Facebook talking and you don't have a house. So, no more plots. Everything Rachel Abu is thinking, we are all thinking, moving forward, is a bag of cement and a bag of
the brick.
Yes.
The brick na simiti.
Hata nguo, you can't lose weight and gain weight. You have to for 2 years.
This is the last one that I've shopped from Orlando.
Yeah, because it's kind of like bad you don't have a house in Sharks. Even the villagers are wondering.
So now, okay. Anything else? Wacha tumalize hii
gun galore.
Then come back.
Yeah. We're Maliza, but we are just saying set those goals and please try to achieve them. Cheers, guys, and thanks for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
We'll see you next week. Bye.
You will sleep in my house in Nairobi. I have a big house with many rooms. Yeah.
There you
Hey,
go. Yeah.
Alice, Abu, no more Airbnb.
Airbnb.
Can you take a family of 6?
In Nairobi, no more.
Until we build that house.
Yeah, but we'll give her something small. You can't don't be
She
stingy.
knows the goal.
Don't be stingy.
Alice doesn't want anything.
No, Alice will give you something small. You're being stingy now.
Not being stingy. She said she can host us for free.
You will sleep in my house in Nairobi. I have a big house with many rooms. Okay.
Yeah, for visitors.
Yeah.
We'll just buy breakfast.
She has an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Cheers.
House in Sharks. Set those goals. Cheers.
Bye.